I um this video literally means nothing. I'm just ranting and raving at my thoughts because it's been eating me alive for a while. So bear with me. Don't worry, I'll have a video right after this that'll compensate for this bullshittery. Um I feel like I've gotten cheated at life. I don't like this planet anymore. I'm just saying that I don't particularly care for this planet anymore. For real, for real. Like and I get it. Rio, you got all this around here and you don't care for this planet no more. No, I don't. I appreciate that I got all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I am appreciative of that. And I know within an instant it could all be taken away from me, but at the same time, I don't. So much is happening right now. Things are getting revealed and shown to me, and I'm tired. I'm tired of watching it, yo. I'm not even gonna lie. You know when there was a past video that I was talking about, we as black men gotta protect these black women and everything because it was our fault and all this other stuff. Remember that video? I apologize for that video because I take it back. I really do. I take it back. Now, I know what you're gonna ask. Well, Rio, why would you take something like that back? Clearly, we have to protect black women, but we have to protect. Let me correct myself. I'm sorry. We have to protect the black women in our lives. The black women who know us, the black women who are literally in our lives every day. That's who we have to protect. When it comes to these random ones that we see on the street, don't do it. When it comes to these people who wouldn't even look at us as functional human beings, don't even. Just keep walking. Just keep on walking. This whole shit saying that we gotta be responsible for them, and no, I'm sorry, but I just completely take it back now. I take it back now. Why? Because there is a superiority complex with them now. Not all of them, but some of them. And TikTok has shown me the worst of it. Uh, it's just shown me the worst of it. And it's given me a new perspective that I was just wrong. I was just wrong. We got women on here that want to be put on this pedestal. And despite the fact that they've done some pretty such terrible ass shit to one another and other people who they claim that they care about, it's not worth it. These women want to be called gods at this point, and that's where I draw the line. You can't even have an actual functioning conversation with these motherfuckers. You can't even do that because they think raising their voice when you're trying to make a statement, over talking them means that they've won the conversation. Competing with us is not helping anything. And in fact, what it's actually doing is making the situation worse for y'all because we are just finding out each and every day that there's no reason for us to have respect for some of y'all because y'all don't deserve it. Yeah, I said it. And what I'm about to say right now is about somebody, but I don't give a fuck. I don't care. If you want to DM me, I'm going to say the same thing. I don't care because I am fed up. because it's the same shit over and over and over again, and I'm sick of seeing it, and it's just pissing me off. So this one girl, right, who I was being a friend to, I want to make that clear, because at one point she thought I was trying to get with her. I was not. This woman was clearly too unstable for me to even do something like that, but that's here or there. Apparently now, she's still in the same rut that she's in, and she has not learned her lesson at all. And what's crazy is that it was quite some time where I had regretted the fact that I just left her be. I don't regret it anymore. I don't regret it. I don't regret that I cut ties with her. I don't regret that I told her I cannot talk to you no more, because you don't want to change your predicament. You just don't want to do it. You want your little fantasy dream to work out in your favor, and I can't go with that. I cannot support that. I can't act like I support that. Shoot, there was another woman who I'm not gonna lie, I have been played the sucker for. I have. I've been played the sucker for. I admit that now. Because at first, I was being nice to her, and yeah, it was honestly, it was on some sexual shit. After a while, but then when she started to show me her true colors, that was when I had gotten turned off. Especially when the fact that she kept asking for money. And yeah, I know what y'all gonna say. That was a scam, Joseph. No, that was a scam, Rio. No, it wasn't, because this woman was real. It's just that she is in a bad situation, and what she's really asking for is a sugar daddy. That's what she's asking for. She won't say it. She's not gonna say that, you know. But here's the thing about this, ladies. When you constantly ask somebody every day for money, and I ain't talking about little shit. I'm talking about, like, you know, 200 to 500 for your rent, because you can't make ends meet and you got a child. Meanwhile, you toxic and bitter and just crazy all around. And then get mad when somebody realizes that you're being this way to them. It really paints a picture of, yeah, I should just leave you alone. And to be honest with you, I can't help you. And yeah, there were days when I actually tried to see if, well, maybe I can deal with this. But then when I thought about it, after a couple of hours, I was like, no. Remember all them times when she talked to you like you was nothing, like you was trash? No. And I get angry with myself every time, because here we go. I felt sorry for her. I did. And that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of in the predicament that I am right now, because I feel sorry for these women who gotta deal with this shit. I feel sorry for them, and that's what be getting me be played like a sucker, because y'all know by now money means nothing to me. I don't care about, I'm not a money chaser. I'm not thirsty off of this shit. I'm not. But when I see, like, one of them, like, they just, you know, they can't get certain things, or, you know, they're down on their luck and everything, and they're a woman, I'm attracted to them. Of course I want to help them. I want to make sure that they see that I'm a good man and everything. But That's where I fucked up at, because they don't want that. And if you do that, guess what? They're gonna use you for everything that you fucking got. They don't want your love. They don't want you to be intimate with them. They want this. And if you try to give them anything else, it's where you got fucked up. I learned that. I had to learn that. And it was my fault. For many instances where I've dealt with women, and that particular minute has happened where I was paying for shit, or I was giving them money for something because I wanted to be of help. I wasn't trying to expect anything out of them. When I told them that, I didn't really want nothing from them. I just wanted to have them trust me, you know? That's where I messed up. That's where I made the mistake. And the sad thing is, I just kept doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it, because, not because I didn't learn my lesson, but because I was just so alone. I felt alone, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, and the one woman who I actually did want is on the other side of the freaking state. And for as many times, and I've been talking to this one for like 4 years, and had a falling out with her like twice or 3 times already. And as much as I try to ask, well, maybe I can come see you, maybe, you know, do all this because I've been talking to you for the past 4 years, you know, no response. No, nothing. But she wasn't the first woman to do that to me. It was another woman that did that to me. Where she just wanted to have this online relationship. I couldn't do it, because I need to see you in order for me to even make this work past this. Like y'all have got to understand, when it comes past to a certain point, I can't just be okay with just that. I have to look at you. I really want to look at you and see see if I want to even continue with this. You can't expect for somebody to just be okay with a relationship that's through a phone screen. And we're not even married or anything like that. We don't have any kids or anything. By the way, I don't have any kids. I have no kids. I got a good job, and I'm just dealing with stuff, you know? But, like, I wanted more. Low-key, I still want more. But I know I can't get that. I know there were women who just could not give that to me and made me feel like I was asking too much, when really I wasn't asking anything at all. I was asking for, honestly, what I was giving at first, which is in my heart. But then when that got shunned away and ignored, I was like, okay. I felt some type of way, you know what I'm saying? I felt some type of way about it. So I just cut off. Just cut it off. For as much as you can send me all this freaky stuff and all that, it comes to a point where I just like, it's not doing it for me anymore. It's just not. And I don't mean any harm on them. I don't want them to suffer. I don't want to see them suffer. It's just that I can't keep playing this role. I'm tired of being the fool. And this might be the first time I even said this on camera. But I'm tired. I'm saying it right now. I'm tired of being played the fool. And then you got my former friends well, not former friends, former friend, who I will not mention on this camera, really tried to talk to me one night when he was out. And I remember it too, saying that I need to give up my whole bias on women, when really he could have been more wrong, because that wasn't a bias, that was my reality. Because no matter what I do, no matter how hard I try, women have always and will always think of me as this guy who either is not interested in them, who is on the other fence, meaning gay, or who is just like what every guy that they've seen, that got kids, that just ignorant and all this other stuff. Meanwhile, I haven't said one word. Not one. I don't even pay attention to them. I put these in and I just complete silence. I stay to myself. And if I look at you, well, understand that it's literally just that. I don't see anything else. And if you get offended by that, well, who cares? Because I'm not even going to say nothing to you, for real, for real. It's just me, because I'm literally locked in a trance. I'm not even really looking at you. I'm locked in a fucking trance. So if you see me looking in your direction, it's not even at you. I'm literally listening to music or a Bible verse. So there's that. Another topic, I've also feel like I've been cheated and lied to about religion, about God. And it's not like I haven't had this feeling already. I've had this feeling for years. So for those of you who don't know this about me, I was a Catholic. I was born a Catholic. I grew up as a Catholic. Was raised in the Catholic Church, the Catholic faith, right? Every Sunday, had to go to church every Sunday. And I always, even when I was a child, I kept having this feeling that maybe I just don't belong here. Shoot, even especially in my teens, there were, and then that was the reason why I was so angry, because I kept asking, why the fuck am I even here? And there were days where I, even past them days where I was in my whole emo phase, there were days where I would literally try to feel what everyone else is feeling, this good feeling to be with God and all that, when really I wasn't feeling much of anything. Because the way I looked at it was, it's the same verses, same scriptures, the same parables that they use in church every doggone time. And they tried to make it different throughout the years that went on, And the more I realized that, the more I just was not feeling the church. Just wasn't. There were days where, man, I'm telling you, the field trips I done went on with my youth group that I was in, the times where I went to Sunday school and I did not want to be there because I wasn't really learning anything. Not really. It was just something to pass the time. There were days where I went to so-called summer camp in Sunday school that they used to have, and there were days where I just wanted to stay home and just watch cartoons. I felt more of a connection with that than that. Seriously. Felt more at home in this room watching the stuff that I love, trying to be enforced, trying to have it engraved in my head to follow this way of life as a Catholic. And the sad thing about it is, I wasn't feeling it at all. And I tried to make myself believe that I was feeling it. What made it worse was that I had oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to talk about this now. Fuck it, I'm going to talk about it. There was even the crush that I had, the crushes that I had while I was at this church, which I will not disclose in this video. This one girl, right, who I knew when I was a kid. I didn't really have much of a connection with her after when we was kids, like 3 to 4 years old or 5 years old. I can't remember. But then it was just like, I think it was like one day where I saw her again. It wasn't like she ever left. I just didn't pay attention. But then when I saw her again, and I was just like, oh shit, I think I like her. And then there was the other times where I doubted myself, because I knew what kind of person I was. I knew I was, timid and geeky, and I was so alone, so much so that I would talk to myself a lot, especially in the church. I would talk to myself constantly. I was my own best friend, And the numerous times where I just wanted to come up to her and just talk to her, but then I realized that she would never like me. And then the one time where I did try to say something to her, and it did not last at all. And it really just cut my confidence in half, because it's like, damn. So I had to deal with that. And after that, okay, let's just not talk to her anymore. Let's just, if you see her, look the other way, Joe. Look the other way. Then the other crush. Oh, Lord. I really tried to act like I was somebody. I wasn't repping this, you know what I'm saying? I remember the days where I would, go in suits with, like the fedora hats. Oh, man, y'all should have seen me. I was trying to make myself look like I was ready for a woman. Whole time she wasn't even feeling me like that. What made it even sadder was that there were days where she just wanted, like, I would follow her to her car and we would have these conversations, and why didn't she just why didn't she just tell me to back off? So she finally told me that she doesn't like me like that, and then I backed off. And then well, actually, you know what? She did tell me. She did, but it was in a text, and I got crushed. I got crushed. But I didn't. I tried not to. I didn't let that get to me, because I was like, maybe I could just win her over. Maybe I could, This was my thought process, y'all. Maybe I could win her over. Maybe I could change this. Nope. She's married now to this white dude who's with Christ and all that. I guess she wanted someone who was like super religious. Whatever. But other than the whole relationship shit, trying to be in a relationship shit with these women, I've been more connected with God than I was with that church, and that was the perfect reason why I did not like that church. And I tried to make myself feel like I was supposed to belong to this church. There are numerous people in that congregation that tried to get me to come back, trying to guilt trip me, to go back to that church. I was like, I don't know about that. But now I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Why the fuck do I need to go? Why? Why the fuck do I need to go? I'll tell you why. Because of my grandmother. She was so adamant, that I should just go to church, get a connection with God. Whole time, what I needed to do was have a connection with God in my heart. It had nothing to do with me going to a freaking so-called God's temple, because from what I have been told and what the Bible actually tells me, now that I'm actually reading it for myself and not having no one read it and try to tell me what God is saying. You know what I'm saying? God doesn't even want us going to church. It really tells you in there, get out of there, my people. Because the church literally lies to us. When really all we need to do is just open that book and just read it for ourselves. Especially the fact when you realize that that book has been skewered. And like 45 known books have been taken outside of the Bible. Right? And then you got philosophers trying to say that this is not accurate when really it was all one book. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I've been lied to in that aspect. And no, I'm never going back to church. And it's not just because of the women that I liked or anything and I wanted to have a better life or try to make myself get a better life. I've constantly just been discouraged and believed in this one ideology. And now that I'm not on that anymore, I feel free. I do. I feel free. I feel better about myself, actually. Because now that I know all this information, now that I know that God's not going to give me a participation award because I did all of this, or I would do all of this stuff. What He wants me to do is to be true to myself, and have Him be connected to my heart. Because, like I said in a past video I had made, it was a vision I had. Right, when I was at least 5 years old, where it was a vision where me and God were talking, and I was crying to Him, and I was asking, "You don't really care about me. You just want to, use me for something, just like everyone else wants to use me." And it was around a ring of fire, and I just kept walking away from Him. You know what I'm saying? And I'll never forget that vision. I'll never forget that vision. That vision is honestly the reason why I am the way I am, or why I became the way I am. Because it took me all the way until now to understand that I can't be like this anymore. I cannot be like this little kid anymore, who feels as though that like he means nothing to the world, he means nothing to people, when really he does mean something to people. He does mean something to God. This whole time I've looked at my life as insignificance, and I can't keep doing that anymore. I can't keep giving my heart to these people who never gave a damn about me in the first place. I can't keep doing that. I've got to stop doing that. For those of you who got offended by what I just said, I don't fucking care. I don't care. I literally do not care anymore. When I found out that I don't have to have a confrontation or a conversation with people who don't like me, but want to act like they love me or they care about me, it literally just made me realize that I don't need to give my energy into this. I don't need to have an explanation, really. I can just block, restrict, block, restrict, leave it on red. Don't need to initiate anything. And I feel good. I feel like the weight's just been lifted off my damn shoulders. Because I like me now. It was a long time where I just did not like myself, you know what I'm saying? But now, but not now. I mean, not right now, but like a couple of years ago, I started to really like myself. Because I started to realize that I wasn't the fucking problem. I'm not the problem. People who portray this persona on me, thinking that they know me or know things about me, that's the problem. And that's their problem, not mine. So, there's that. I want to say this now. For the people who have probably, maybe, most likely been in these situations, I need you to understand, you were never the problem. Things just didn't work out. But that doesn't mean you need to give up on yourself. That doesn't mean you need to stop liking yourself. You didn't do anything wrong. You just chose to have something else, to experience something else. When you get the feeling that this certain thing isn't doing it for you anymore, bounce. You don't need to give an explanation. You don't need to say anything anything anymore. Just bounce. Don't even give it any kind of energy. Just go. Because it's not worth it. Having a conversation with people who don't really like you the way you like them, or don't care about you the way you care about them, just forget about it. And what even more, if they hold shit over you, right, and then claim that they're your friends, your brothers, your sisters, cut them out. Just cut them the fuck out. Because I tell you this right now, when they try to make you seem like you are nothing, that you don't mean shit to them, really call you out your name, better yet, even just ignore you, when you were just trying to be a friend to them, ignore them back. Cut them out. They're leeches. Just take them out. Don't interact with them any longer. And if they get offended, they know who they are. And they know what they did was fucked up. They know what they did was wrong. You don't need to have a conversation with them in order for you to patch. There's nothing to patch up. There's literally nothing to patch up. Because if they was really your friends, they will automatically know what they fucking did was wrong. Instead of talking to other people saying that I don't know why this person's not talking to me anymore. You know why. You know why. We gotta stop this shit. We gotta stop letting people who don't mean us any good into our lives because of the fact that they've known us when we was kids. We gotta stop that. There's no reason to keep holding on to them. There's just no reason. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys so much for watching this, hearing me ramble. If you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments down below. If you want to, share some shit, get something off your chest, by all means do it. You don't have to. You don't have to. But if you want to, it's okay. Okay? I'm not going to judge you or belittle you or anything like that. I'm not. I never will. This has been Master Sakurai. I'll see y'all again next time. I'm out. Peace.